In the bustling city of Lagos, where everyone seems to be in a hurry, there lived a young girl named Adaobi. She was a bright and cheerful 8-year-old, full of life and curiosity. But one fateful day, something happened that changed everything. It was a typical school day, and Adaobi was excitedly telling her friends about her new book. The school bell rang, signaling the end of the day. Children rushed to meet their parents, but Adaobi's mom, Nkechi, was nowhere to be seen. Minutes turned into hours, and soon the school was empty. Adaobi sat on the school steps, clutching her backpack, hoping her mother would arrive soon. The school principal, Mrs. Eze, noticed Adaobi sitting alone. Concerned, she approached the little girl and asked why she was still there. Adaobi, with tears in her eyes, explained that her mother hadn't come to pick her up. Mrs. Eze decided to call Nkechi, but there was no answer. She tried several times, but the phone kept going to voicemail. Meanwhile, Nkechi was stuck in a crucial meeting at work. Her phone was on silent, and she had completely lost track of time. She was unaware of the worry she was causing her daughter. Hours passed, and it was now dark. Mrs. Eze decided to take Adaobi to her home for the night. As they were leaving the school, Adaobi spotted a shadowy figure lurking near the school gates. Mrs. Eze turned, but the figure disappeared into the darkness. At Mrs. Eze's home, Adaobi was given dinner and a warm bed, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. That night, she had a strange dream about the shadowy figure. In her sleep, she whispered, "Mama, where are you? Who is that man?" The next morning, Nkechi woke up in a panic. She had fallen asleep at her desk and realized she had forgotten to pick up Adaobi. She rushed to the school, only to find it empty. Frantically, she called Mrs. Eze, who explained that Adaobi was safe with her. Relieved, Nkechi rushed to Mrs. Eze's home, but as she arrived, she saw the same shadowy figure from Adaobi's dream, watching from a distance. That night, as they were getting ready for bed at Mrs. Eze's home, they heard strange noises coming from outside. A knock on the door sent shivers down their spines. Mrs. Eze opened the door cautiously, and to everyone's shock, there was a note attached to a small, mysterious box. The note, written in a shaky hand, said, "You thought you could escape, but I'm always watching. Open the box if you dare." With trembling hands, Nkechi opened the box. Inside was something that made her gasp in horror. Adaobi's favorite bracelet, the one she thought she lost weeks ago, lay inside, alongside a cryptic map marked with a red X. Adaobi, scared, asked, "Mama, what does this mean?" Nkechi, determined but scared, replied, "It means we have to find out who this is and why they are after us, but we are not doing it alone." As they braced themselves for what lay ahead, the shadowy figure watched from the darkness, a sinister smile playing on his lips. What is the mystery behind the bracelet and the map? Who is the shadowy figure, and what does he want with Adaobi and Nkechi? The answer lies ahead in part 2 of this thrilling saga. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to find out what happens next in Adaobi's story. See you in part 2. Thank you.